top travel tips you need to know in 2025. Or do you? I don't really know if you do. Hey everybody, it's your favorite flight attendant, Erica from America, and today I'm trying Fast Friday, which hopefully means the video will be shorter than usual. Today I am reacting to somebody I've never reacted to before, named Inspired with Adam. And I just finished watching the video not once, but twice. It's a nice short video at 5 minutes and 52 seconds. So I'm hoping to get through it really quick. And then at the end, I actually only liked 12 of his tips. Let's see as you watch the video if you can guess which 12 I liked. And then at the end, I will show you which tips I think are effective and the others I think are just generic or not so great. If you see any tips that you like, that you know you've used and have been great and worked really well and all of that just stuff, let us know in the comments below. Let's do this. Hey guys, real quick from the editing room. Just wanted to pop in with a quick commentary. So I made this video more than a week ago and I've been editing it tonight so that I could post it as quickly as possible. A lot of people in the last video said that they didn't want to even watch the video because I was commenting to AI and not an actual travel guru. If you don't know this about me, I've been a flight attendant for 8.5 years, but I've actually been a market and financial feasibility researcher for 22 years, which means I'm really, really good at research. I'm really, really good at getting information from the internet. And I probably know better than a lot of people the shortcomings of AI because I have tested it and retested it and compared different AIs to each other to try to find the results and samples. And yes, AI falls incredibly short, especially in the travel industry. When I actually wrote the book Flight Attendant Secrets, I actually hit up ChatGPT, Google Gemini, and Copilot, which are the three main AIs, I think, for most writers. I do consider myself a writer, so I would never have AI write a book for me, ever. But I did use it to kind of do a bit of research for me. I basically asked it, what are travelers searching for? Hit up the search engines and tell me what the most searched for topics are. And I asked it for about 200 each. So I got about 600 tips, all of which crossed over, and a lot of it was the same, just over and over and over again. And it wasn't original at all. But it did help me create my outline, and I did pare it down to 50 topics that I thought had the most interesting thing to talk about. And then I actually recorded it as videos and had a transcription service turn it into words for me so that I could edit it. I just thought you might like to know that if I do respond to AI in the future, I will try to put AI in that first 1-minute clip that I do on each video. Just so that way, if you really don't like AI, then you'll know and you won't respond. But keep in mind, wouldn't you like to know where AI falls short? In this video today, I don't think it's AI. I think the content creator did a compilation of travel tips and hacks that he probably got from other content creators. Or, I don't know, maybe he recorded it. It's my first time reacting to this guy. It is my first time reacting to a video like this. This video kind of made me feel like that one African content creator who basically makes short videos, never speaking a word, just showing how stupid the life hacks are that these people are making. It's kind of how I felt in this video today. You'll see that as I react to the video, and at the very end, we're going to test out some of those hacks just to see, are they good? Are they not good? If you like this kind of content, let me know in the comments below. It is kind of silly, but that's the point because it's Fast Friday. Anyway, let's get on with this. For Fast Friday, I'm going to go ahead and react to a fast one called Top Travel Tips You Need to Know in 2025. This video is 5 minutes and 52 seconds long. It's by Inspired with Adam. And look, 1 million views in 6 months. So this video has gone viral. Let's see if I can learn something from him real quick. Here's his page. 477,000 subscribers. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I share amazing content full of positive energy, inspired by Adam Rose. Join me as we explore creative, funny videos and many other exciting things, building a community full of inspiration and spreading joy. Never watched him before, never reacted to him before. I think what I'm hoping to learn from him today is how to make shorter videos because I suck at that. But let's see what he's got for top travel tips you need to know in 2025. Here we go. That's a good one. I just roll my clothes. How about you? I'll pass. That's not bad. Interesting. I do that sometimes. Didn't he just do that one? Ladies, what do you think about that bra one? I feel like that could backfire fast. Am I right? Like, the wind blows your hat away and there goes your top too. I don't know if I'd do that one. I've done that, but not like that. Usually I just carry a bag with 2 long straps and then put 1 strap over each shoulder, or I do 1 long strap that I do across the chest, like a crossbody. How about you guys? I do that. That makes sense. Actually, standing up, I've never done that. That's a good idea. I like that. I feel like I have no fashion sense, but I don't think I would do the duct tape on the shoe. Would you? I usually don't take canvas shoes with me. What do you guys think? Okay, wait. I didn't get that one. Oh, interesting. Wait, so that other one, then she then put her backpack over it. That's interesting. You'd have to have a really long strap for that. I wonder if it would cut into the shoulders. Did he just put that in a diaper? People would not open it. That's a cool idea. Of course, again, I carry carabiner clips, so I would just use a carabiner clip for all that stuff. But not bad if you need it in a pinch. I never travel with an umbrella. Do you? Clever. That's a good one. A plastic bag. I also use plastic wrap, and I'll put that over bottles that are prone to leaking, especially toiletry bottles, something with liquid in it, water bottles. It does create a good seal. Cleaning the feet again. He really likes that one, doesn't he? Oh, that would work. That's not a me problem. How about you? I feel like that would fall apart too quickly. What do you guys think? It'd keep it clean. Not a problem for me. I'm gonna try not to travel with belts. That's pretty. I wouldn't do it though. As for me with jewelry, my rule of thumb when I travel is don't take anything that I'm worried about losing, especially jewelry. So I never really traveled with my wedding ring, which I think I lost that years ago. But I could have gotten a new wedding ring, but I don't. And I don't travel with most jewelry. Every now and then I will travel with a ring or a necklace. But again, it's always something that I don't mind losing because it's not part of what I regularly take with me. So that's a good rule of thumb when you're packing. Missed that one. Same as the tip before. That would work. Wait, what was that? Oh, I guess it's supposed to be a bag tag, so you can identify your bag at the airport. Get some washi tape. What did he put on that? Oh, balloon? Too much trouble. You already did that one. that's an interesting piece. Let's see that. Does that look like a bottle opener to you? I can't quite figure out what that is. I'll take a look in his list in a minute. I don't think you need that, honestly. If you think about it, all of those doors have the latches now, so I don't feel like you need something like that. I recommend that especially on planes so you don't bop everybody in the head as you go down the aisle. I actually have a funny story about that. When I traveled to Seoul, Korea for the first time, I had a backpack that I carried with me, and it's funny how you don't realize how different we are culturally until you go into a culture that's very different. And Korea has to be the most opposite culture that I've been to from America. South Korea. It was the first time I'd gone to a country where I wasn't fluent in the language first. I knew enough to eavesdrop, but not enough to fully communicate what it was I wanted to say. And as an American, I made the wrong choice every single day, which was really funny. I would be walking around and I would say, okay, where do I want to walk to now? Whenever I travel, I don't hook up my phone. I only use Wi-Fi at like the hotel and the coffee shops. And I tend to just like to wander. There'll be certain places that I will go to check out, and then I'll wander around the area. And in Korea, I would always pick the wrong path. As an American, I would look at the two different paths that I would have, and one path would be this wide, well-lit path with lots of sidewalks and landscaping, and you're thinking, oh, that's the safe route. And then the other route would be like this little tiny alley with cobblestones and like twists and turns and lots of signs, and you'd think that looks like I'm going to get mugged. I'm not going that way. So I would take that way to the very nice street, and there'd be nothing for miles because it was actually more of a thoroughfare for the cars, and all of the fun stuff was down the creepy little aisle. So it took me a good week of being there to finally start going down the little alleys and checking out and realizing all the fun stuff was down there. But what was especially funny is when I would get on the subway. As an American, I'd have my backpack and I would stand with my back to the door, as we do, because we assume we're going to get pickpocketed. But in Korea, they all stand facing the door, and so they'd all be facing me. And I'd be the only one turned around facing them, and they would look at me, and I'd just be like, and it was funny because they don't really make eye contact in South Korea. So here I am, taller than most of them, which was a surprise because I'm only 5'6", but they'd all be looking at me like I was crazy. It was really funny. If you ever go to South Korea, remember that. Just sit down. If you stand with your back to the door, you're going to look like a complete loon. Otherwise, face the door like they do. But yeah, it seems like they're not as worried about pickpocketing as they are about making eye contact, which I thought was funny. Yeah, I got that same expression. I feel like that's going to go wrong fast. What did she hook that to? Oh, inside the phone case. I suppose that could work. Of course, I got my easel one. But she's on a bus. Mine would be too heavy for that, I think. Also, I feel like you get a crick in your neck if you did that. Did she just put a condom on the phone? Just no. No. Could you imagine how much trouble I'd be in if I came home from a trip with a box of condoms in my bag and my husband saw that? Oh, Dad! Oh! I'm just saying. No. But that is funny, the bottle. It's not a bad idea. Again, I don't take belts with me. And the shirt thing is not a problem for me because I don't take those kind of shirts. Oh, that's fun. But who travels with a sled? Again, He really likes that one, doesn't he? That's a good idea. Most bags do have that zipper. Typical. Maybe. Would you do that? Have you buried your stuff in the sand? I feel like it always goes in the vault. You know what I mean, ladies? The ladies know, right? But I don't think I would stick any of my stuff in the sand. I'd be too paranoid. I think I would just risk not swimming with it or leaving it in the hotel. Okay, what's the point of that? I don't get the point of that. Does anybody else get the point of that? Why would you put tape on your wheels unless you wanted to just identify it? Oh, that's a cool idea. As somebody from Southern California, I approve. I've seen that one before. That feels like too much trouble. Oh, and that was the end. I'm going to go ahead and run through the different tips that I liked best, just really quickly. And then we're going to test out some of those bag things that they did just to see if they really work. Obviously, plastic bag tip, good tip. He did it like 3 or 4 times in that video. And the nice thing about that is you can find a plastic bag anywhere. The zip tie thing, pretty good idea too. At least you'll know if somebody tampered with your bag or not. And they're super easy and cheap to get. You can get like 50 or 100 of them for like $5 or $6. This bag around the leg trick, very good. I use it in the airport. I've also used it when I'm out and about. Especially like this tip where you have a smaller bag and you don't necessarily want to put it on your lap. Maybe you don't want to wear it anymore. That's a good tip too. I like that one. I don't think there's any need to test that one. That's obviously a really good tip if you have a bag that stands up. Most of them do, but I think for this one, it leans back a little bit farther. To really make that work with most bags, I think you might have to just slightly angle it against a wall or something. The luggage rack holders would probably help with that. That seems like a really good idea right there. The only downside I see to it is the telescoping handles tend to go bad first on a bag. It's the telescoping handles that go bad first, and then it's the wheels. And usually one or the other is what's going to make you actually stop using your bag. But I think in a pinch, that's not a bad idea. You wouldn't need to do that in a hotel, but I think it is super important that you consider that that telescoping handle is going to be what eventually makes you get rid of your bags. This idea with the plastic baggies, excellent idea for anything that has to do with something that might leak. You can put it on top of a water bottle. You can do it with your toiletries. You could do it with oils, spray bottles. And the nice thing is with a bag, you might have them with snacks or you might have them with your supplements. If you have your supplements in a plastic bag, then you can put your supplements into another plastic bag if you find that in a pinch you suddenly have a leaking bottle that you need to adjust. Make sure you especially carry plastic bags with you. This, I think, is a really good tip. The only thing is that's a very particular type of bag. I have this bag here. And I was looking at it. I have my little handles on the back side because I wanted it more like a fanny pack. So this one I don't think would work as well because I would have to move the zipper to try to clip that. And this zipper looks like it's too small for that. I think you'd have to have a bigger hole in your bag for that. And you'd also have to make sure that the bag attached at the end. With the right kind of bag, I think that would work very well. And there's that same tip again with a bigger bag. This, I think, is a great tip. Anytime you're on the subway, anytime you're walking into a plane, you want to put it on the front of you so that way you're not turning sideways and hitting people with your bag. So trains, subways, planes, keep that in mind. This tip, I think this is a better tip for like if you have dirty laundry and you want to separate it out versus your shoes. Because then if you get mud in there, you got to go in and wash it out. Whereas if you just throw dirty clothes behind that, it's not as big of a deal. Again, this one looks like the telescoping handle is actually open on display. Let me see if that's the case with my Travel Pro. Hold on. So don't judge me for the cobwebs in this one. It has been a while since I used it. And it's official. This one does not have the zipper inside. So it wouldn't work for all bags, which means I don't have access to the handles either. You'd have to have a particular suitcase for that, apparently. Okay, so here is my bigger bag with that. I actually don't know where the strap was for this because usually I throw these long straps out. I grabbed this from a new bag that I recently bought just to throw it on and try it. You can kind of see the hook doesn't match very well. But again, that zipper's not really going to fit on that plastic part. So I think a carabiner clip would be a better one than trying to use that to hook your purse. You have to have a very particular type of purse for that. Now let's try testing out some of those bag ideas. And I'm going to start with this one, which is kind of the lunch bag thing, where they took the handles and they turned it into basically a backpack. Now this strap is not usually the strap that goes with this. I did switch the strap out from another bag because I have no idea where the original strap went. I usually don't carry these kind of straps because a chiropractor told me once that when you have a bag that's over one shoulder, even if you have it as a crossbody, your shoulder will eventually start to adjust to it, and then you'll start throwing your spine out, which I did that a couple years ago. I had plantar fasciitis in my right foot that developed after falling down the stairs and landing on my right foot. I was babying that right foot for about a year or two, and because of that, I ended up shifting my spine, and it created a whole mess of pain down my right side that just liked to travel. It started in the ankle, went to the knee. From the knee, it went to the shoulder. From the shoulder, it went to the middle of the back. From the middle of the back, it went to the hip. And then from the hip, it went straight into the butt cheek. And that had to be the worst pain of all, was the butt cheek. And it took me about 2.5 years and a lot of physical therapy to get back to normal from that. I'm a little bit different than I think most people are because my very first chiropractor told me I have a loose spine. It likes to pop out of whack easily. And the bigger the girls got, the less it liked to pop back into place, if you know what I mean. It popped back into place very nice before kids, but after kids, well, the ladies should understand what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I try not to do the long straps because of that, and I tend to stick to backpacks. So let's see if that would work with this particular bag. Okay. So, take the strap, put it through. Oh, does that look right to you? I guess normally you wouldn't have this on there, so that's something to keep in mind. That looks about right, right? I don't know, that doesn't look right. But let's see. Yeah, uh, I'd say that's a fail. Let me watch that video again just to make sure if I'm doing it right or wrong. Okay, so looking at the screen, it looks like I don't have the right bag for this one that turns into a backpack, because what they did was they basically hooked the bag to the clips that were here, which I don't have on this bag. So the only way that I could do that with this bag is the way that you just saw, which was a total fail. Let's try the next one. Okay, so the second one was the over-the-shoulder one. For this one, I would have to adapt the bag so that it clips together like that. You see how I put the little hooks together through the little round parts there? So let me show you what that would look like. Okay. Over the shoulder, and then they pulled it up like this and stuck their arm like that. And from the side, it looks like that. Look how stupid it looks from the front. If anything, maybe like this to shorten it, which would do the same thing. I feel like the only reason you would do it like that if it was temporary while you're talking to somebody, just like, oh, keep them out of my bag. But why do that when you can just shorten it like that? So seems like a weird hack, but obviously you can shorten your strap by just hooking those together. Let's go on to the third one. For this one, what I did was, obviously, if you're going to take your purse out, you're going to overpack it. So I stuck a metal cup in here because that's going to make it more awkward to wear. And then my backpack, I have fully stuffed with clothes. So we're going to try this one. And basically the way that it goes is it looks like you start over around your neck like this. So under the arms and then over the neck. Oh, super awkward. You know what I mean? And then let's throw the backpack over it. How do they make it look so graceful? I would say this is a fail because if you got anything in your bag, like I just put a cup in there, if you're on a vacation, you're on a trip, you're going to stuff your purse full, especially if you have a small purse. So this is like what? A third boob back there? I'm trying to get the backpack. Now, right off the bat, it already feels like it's cutting into my shoulders here, and now I'm adding extra weight on top of that. So that is super uncomfortable. I would say that's a fail. What do you guys think? By the way, guys, if you see something on YouTube that you think I would like to know how a flight attendant would react to this, go to whatever my latest video is on my channel and then just drop the link in the comments and let me know, hey, I'd like to see your reaction to this, and I'll make a video about it. It'll help me know what you guys actually want to see. That way I can make content that you like. Grab your remote, guys. Here comes his video if you want to watch another one. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button if you liked it, subscribe, notification bell, etc., etc. You know the drill. See you guys in the next video. Ciao!